Right, let's get started anyway. I mean, Wesley's not here, so maybe next week we'll all be together again.
Yes, yeah.
Any questions? You know where the chat is because you guys are regular. Starting to get really cold now. Probably going to be having my heater on like a lot, and with the utility bills going up and up and up.
Yeah.
Well annoying.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's go do a little warm up, and then we'll get going with things. Okay. So head side to side. Ich, ni, san, shi, do, ruk, shish, ach, ki, ju. Side to side. Ich, ni, san, shi, do, ruk, shish, ach, ki, ju. Circle. So one way. Ich, ni, san, and the other way. Ich, ni, san. Shoulders first. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and the other arm. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Wrist. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and the ich, ni, san, shi, go, and the other arm. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, and the ich, ni, san, shi, go. Both arms forward. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook, shish, ach, ki, ju, and backwards. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook, shish, ach, ki, ju, and hips. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook, and the other way. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook. Okay, knees. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook, and there. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rook. Bends and squats. So we're going to do 2 bends and then 2 squats like the good old days. Ready? Ich, ni, san, shi. 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 Last one. Ich, ni, san, shi. And just stay down. So what I want us to do is you're going to take yourselves a little bit wider and just drop that bum through. Let's open those hips up slightly before we start doing some techniques. Straighten the legs, elbows down, relax that back. And up we come slowly. Check the legs loose. Just adjust this a little bit. Right. So we are going to be going forward into a Zenku Sudachi. We're going to come back, change, and into a Zenku Sudachi. So often we do this in lunges, but today we're going to be doing it in a Zenku Sudachi. So each time that we're going forward, really straighten this leg out. Try and think of the ear, shoulder, hip here, so that when we're doing the forward motion, we're not going like this. We're trying to maintain here, up, move, okay? Long ones here, nice long movements. We start opening those hip flexors up and warm up the groin a little bit, and then we're going to do a couple of techniques adding on to them, okay? So moving forward to the left leg first, back, change, right leg, back, change, left leg, so on and so forth, okay? Hold your hands wherever you want, up through the dachi, relax, it doesn't really matter, okay? So left leg going forward first into Zenku Sudachi. Back, knee, change, san, back, change, shi, go, rook, ish, hit, ju. 10 more. Ni, san, shi, go, rook, hit, and back. Okay, so this time the same thing, except we're going backwards and up, backwards and up, just like we do for, oh, pardon me, hiccups. I ate banana before I started. Going backwards, just like we do with Zenkus, Dachi, Mike, and Brai. Alternate legs. The right leg will go back first, the left leg will stay in front. Okay, same thing, 20 counts. Ready? H, back. Yi. San. Chi. Go. Rep. H. H. Get. G. 10 more. H. Yi. San. Shi. Go. Rek. Ash. Ach. Get. Cheer. And up we come. Just little ankle raises, warm them ankles up a little bit. Ich, knee, san, shi, go, rook, shish, ach, ki, ju, ich, knee, san, shi, go, rook, shish, ach, ki, ju. Okay, and shake loose. Right. So we're just going to use them same movements. Going forward, alternate legs. Going back, alternate legs. And now we're just going to throw in a couple of techniques just to start warming up with. Okay. So each time we go forward, we're going to be using a Uraken, Shoman, Gamanuch. Okay. When we do start going backwards, we're going to be using a Gyaku ski. Okay. So forward will be Oi, Uraken, Shoman, Gamanuch. When we go backwards, it'll be Gyaku ski. Remember, we're working in Zenku Dachi. Nice long stance, no leaning each time. When we're doing the techniques, make sure each time we are changing in position nicely, trying to keep that nice straight line with our body shape. Okay, so 20 forward with the Urakens, 20 backwards with the Gyakus, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, right, ready? So Furudachi. Left leg going forward first. Uraken, obviously, with the oi. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Right. Yeah. Chi. Ash. Knee. San. Chi. Go. Right. Ice. Ice. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're back up. Okay, now this time we're going back. Don't forget. All Gyaku. Right leg goes back first. Right hand does the technique. Making sure that, yes, we are getting our weight forward without the lean forward, which is a common problem with a lot of people. Okay, not saying you guys, of course not, but it is a common problem. Right. So right leg going back, right hand does the punch. San, chi, da, back, ice, ice. Yeah. Chi. Ice. He. San. She. Up. Heck. Ice. Ice. Head. Chia. And now Ray. Good. Just relax. Last little bit on this. So we're going to go forward with the Uraken, back with the Gyaku. So the same leg will stay in front. Left leg goes forward, right leg goes back. But effectively, what we're doing, We're staying on the spot, pushing back, spot here. Obviously, when we go forward again, it'll be with the other leg. So what effectively will happen is we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and actually we're doing movements in both directions, but you'll stay fairly static as long as your stances are equal in length, of course. Would we ever go shorter on the way back than we don't go forward? No, of course we wouldn't. So, yeah, exactly, never. My dojo were doing not this, but they were going like forward and backwards, and it's like all of a sudden they're moving forward, and like you realise your length of stance should be the same, right? Oh yeah, of course. So always the Uraken going forward, always the Gyaku going back. Uraken going forward, Gyaku going back. Uraken forward, Gyaku going back. And the really important thing is to really try and avoid this seesaw effect, making sure that we try to maintain a reasonably good shape. Definitely there will be some movement because we're moving, but what we don't want happening is this bum poking out too much and the hips going too far forward, especially at the point of impact. Okay, but the point of impact, we want to be nice, almost straight as possible. Got it?
Yes.
1 count is forward, 2 is back, 3 is forward, 4 is back, so on and so forth. Because we have double the techniques, we do double the quantity. Ooh, yeah. Okay, right, so Budachi, yoink! Don't need no Maigen and Mariah because we're going forward first. So, forward first, back second. Left leg goes forward first, Uraken. San, Shi, Hek, Ash, Ash, Hek, Shi, Ash, He, San, Shi, Hek, Ash, Ash, Hek, Tia, Ash, He, San, Shi, Hek, Ash, Ash, Hek, Tia, Ash, He, San, Shi, Hek, Ash, Ash, Hek, Tia. Howdy. Just have a quick little drink,
Yes.
and then we'll be back with some more techniques. Ooh. Right, so bit warm on the arms, bit warm on the core, bit warm on the legs, due to the stances. Now I'm going to move on to some kicking, hopefully warm up the hamstrings, etc. after that. Okay, so we're starting off just with Maigiri Chudaks. Okay, now what we're going to be is we're going to be in a Hekodachi. So that means both feet are obviously facing forward. Every time we kick, obviously there will be a pivot on said foot. But what we're looking to do is come back on those straight parallel lines each time. Now what I want is a little bit more of a sit down than what you normally would be in your Hekodachi stroke yoi. We do our yoi, we'd be here, and you'd have kind of a natural bend. What I'd like us to do is almost mimic kind of a Morashidachi position in the stance, where we're going to sit down here, pull the glutes in and the hips, pelvis forward a little bit, so we take a little bit more of a strain onto the thighs, not leaning back, of course. We're going from here, here. So we keep tight, 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 and each time we're going to be delivering my Geri, warming up the hamstrings. Don't have to go too fast. I've done a couple of kicks anyway, so and a bit of stretching before we started. So that's what we're starting off with. Just 20. The count won't be like ichni sanshi go roshi shachuju. It'll be more of a sporadic count, so that we're looking to react and respond. So we're going to be that there. Then it'll be kind of sporadic, not necessarily rhythmic. Okay. So we've got 20 to do to warm up with on them. And then we move on to the next one. So yodachi, yo. Remember, just drop that weight slightly. So we grip the floor with the heels, keep them feet nice and parallel. Gammon cover, migrate shooter. Go. Squeeze the floor. Carry. So each time we're holding that floor, I want us to think about gripping this way, not pulling the heels in, but trying to grip the floor so we've got nice tension in that body. Okay? Pardon me. That banana's really doing a number on me today. Right, so next kick. Moving on to Yoko Geri, Chudan or Konsetsu Geri, it doesn't really matter. Not drawdown at the moment. Okay, so same thing happens. This time we're going to be in a Furudachi position. So we're doing our feet a favor with the feet being slightly kicked out. Again, we're still thinking about this squeeze here and then do the kick. Squeeze, do the kick. Okay, the reason I've got the feet apart already is that we can already think about the pivot a little bit easier with the Yoko Geri, because what's loads of people doing, they're leaving this foot here, doing the kick, and I can do the kick because I'm pretty flexible, but it's not an effective kick, and it's definitely not good for my hips. Okay, so we're cutting the corner a little bit, and we're having the feet slightly apart like this, so that when we do the kick, that's already on its way to deliver the pivot. Again, we're going to be on a sporadic count, so don't just expect to go 1, 2, 3, but there might be the odd 1, 2, which means when we've kicked and then we've landed, we need to think about this position straight away so that we are angled, 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 angled. Okay, so then we can move into that second kick a little bit easier, a little bit smoother with the transition. And that's basically what we do with some of the techniques, right? We angle our body, put our feet in the right position. When you move forward in your Zenku Stachi, we're already pivoting sometimes before we've even done the kick. Okay, so feet kicked out. Yoko Geri Chudan. Yoko Geri Chudan. Above the waist. Don't need to go all the way up here, John. Okay. We all know you're the flexible one. Right. Udachi. See it, and then just relax those feet out outside of the yoi. So gammon cover, right leg kicks first. Ouch! Ni, san, shi. Up. Right. Shi. Ni, san, shi. Up. Good, and now ready. Right, so I'm going to add them two together. On my Geri, we've already got the foot open to deliver the Yoko Geri. Yeah? So, you can't know it. There you go. You can see my feet now. So we start off in Hekadachi. We deliver the my Geri. We've opened the leg. Keep the foot slightly in front to promote the Yoko Geri starting correct. It's not impossible, but it's a lot more difficult if you come behind, because then most people, they want to do their Mawashi Geri, Yoko Geri like a Mawashi Geri. If you come in line, that's okay as well, but the foot or the knee has got to come in front anyway. So we might as well just be there. 1, leave it slightly in front, out to the side. 2, we're straight, we angle on the my Geri anyway, and make that easier for the Yoko Geri after that. Okay, so 1 count is effectively 2 kicks. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, my Yoko, same leg, much like Kankudai. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just maybe not so high. Keep it on two dance for now. Yeah. Okay, right. Same count, 20, but it means 2 on each leg. We can do the math. Okay. Furudachi. So we will be in Hekadachi once we're in Yoi. And remember, just drop that weight nicely so we've got some good muscle structure around them hips and the kneecap. Okay. Furudachi. Ready? Go. Let's go. Gammon cover. Be in Hekadachi now. San. Shi. Go. Ash. Ash. G. Ash. E. San. Ki. Go. Back. Ash. Ash. Hey. Two. Shida. Harry. Little drink. We'll be back. Everybody okay so far?
Yes.
Hoping so.
Very good, yes.
I know, John, you're itching for the Jordans, but give it time.
Well, I still can.
Wow, exactly. Exactly. Likewise. Time may come, right? It's not it's a long time, but it may. It may come. Okay, so we've got Mawashi Geri Jordans this time. Yeah? Mawashi Geri Jordans. Sorry, let's Chudan at the moment. Mawashi Geri Chudan. Okay. Remember, we're kind of sticking to a basic kick, so I don't want any cheats coming up kind of like a 45-degree angle with a lazy pickup. We want to make sure that we are picking the knee up fairly early. Again, good rotation on this. Limited flexibility means maybe a little more rotation. Yeah. Keep this straight. Your kick will be straighter. And don't forget, I'm relatively flexible, so I can still get it around, but it's not technically correct. And again, it's not good for your knees. Knees, hips, play a big part in a lot of the kicks. And I think we can establish many people have had hip and knee operations, and hopefully people in this room are not one of them. So we're going to be doing Mawashi Geri Chudan each time, making sure we're rotating. We will be in a Hekadachi to start off with. We'll go through the next one. Okay. So 20, again, another sporadic count. then we move on. Furudachi. Hey! Good. Remember, Hikadachi. Grip the floor, gammon cover. Ready? Chuden washi, starting with the right leg first. Ni, san, shi, ka, ash, ash, ka, shi, ni, san, shi, ka. Nari, good, good. Assuming you turn yourselves up, let's just rotate those hips. Some, she, go, on the other way. Ni, san, she, go. Right. So the good thing about this is they kind of go together, right? So we've got the Maigari, we leave the leg in front, we've already pivoted. We got the Yoko Geri, again, we'll come back, it's already pivoted, and we got the Mawashi Geri to finish off with. At which point, that's when we return to Hikadachi. So feet are like this, we do the kick, leave it open. We do the kick, leave it open, we do the kick, close. Yeah? Yeah? So first kick, second kick, third kick, close. First, second, third, close. Each time we want to be returning to this Hikadachi position. Arms are up all the time. Again, we're trying to avoid too much of this going on when we do the kick. Nice upright, in. Nice upright, in. Upright, in. Okay, the more we can maintain that position, the more the core works, and the less the people see the kicks as well. Yeah, and the less movement we do here, actually, the easier it is. You might think that you're tipping the body up to make the kick a little bit easier. Yes, it does, but you do this too many times, really saps your energy. Okay, so one count is 3 kicks. 1, 2, 3. Maigari, Yoko, Mawashi. Shusoku, Sokoto, high soku, making sure we are paying attention to the feet position as well. Kankudai, Seipai, we have to make sure we are changing the foot position as well as doing the kick. See loads of people doing Yoko Geris like this, loads of people doing Maigeris like this, and loads of people doing Mawashi Geris like this. No, 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 no. No, thank you very much, sir. Right. So, Furudachi, Yodachi. Good, good. 1 count, 3 kicks on the right first. Then we go left, then right, then left. Okay, gammon cover. Ready? Let's go. Ouch! Back into Hikadachi. Seven. She. 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 Ice. Ice. Chia. Chia. And now ready. Hopefully the count isn't too fast. I realise my timing is probably a little bit different to most other people's, but hopefully it's okay. Keep some good drink.
Yes.
We'll be back. Okay, right. So now what we're looking to do is we're looking to add them groups together. So we did the first movement with the arms, we did the second movement with a few kicks, right? So think about what we did. We went forward with one leg, back with the other leg. So the left leg would stay in front. We do the Mawashi Geri, pull it back, the Yoko Geri, the Mawashi Geri, back to Hikadachi. Yeah, so let me show you so you don't get confused. And try and show my feet as well a little bit. So, 1 second. So here we are. So when we went forward, Yurak and Shoman. We go back, Yakuski Chudan. Maigari, bring it back. Remember, just slightly in front. Yokogeri, Mawashi Geri, back to Hikadachi. Then we're on the other leg. Yurakun, Yaku, Maigari, Yokogeri, Mawashi, back to Hikadachi. Zero effect on the movement is what we're aiming for. I'm not saying we're all going to be exactly on the same spot, ladies and gentlemen, but that's what we're aiming for. Same length forward, same length back. Push forward to the Maigari, it's just in front. Yokogeri, just in front. Mawashi Geri, back to the level. Yeah? We understand?
Yes, I think so.
Yurakun left, Gyaku right, Maigari right, Yokogeri right, Mawashi Geri right. Then the opposite side. Right, left, 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 left. Yep. Whatever leg goes back is the leg that will kick.
Yes.
3 times. That's nice and simple. And then from that point, we're just in kind of a loose kind of Hikadachi, slightly in front, not quite a Morashidachi, not quite a Nikoashidachi, but it's kind of all in between. And the idea with that is to make the kick a little bit more correct and a little bit more easy for maybe the people with limited flexibility, because it's all about getting those feet in the right positions to make the kick work for us. Yeah, the techniques on the arms, they're fine. The Maigaris, I'm sure we're all going to be fine. Yeah, Yokogeri and then the Mawashi Geri, leave that foot slightly in front each time at the moment to make that a little bit more accommodating for the hips. Yep.
Yes.
By numbers. Let's do 2 fully by numbers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to Hikadachi. Same on the other side. Do 2 by numbers, and then the following 8 will be 1 count, all 5 techniques on one side. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. We're sounding not too confident there. We'll be fine with a grade A group. Give that a bit of an angle. There we go. Right. Udachi. So we're going forward with the left leg first in Zenku Sudachi. Yurak and Shoman. Now it comes back and then back, Gyakushi right hand. Maigari Chudan, right leg. San. Leave it slightly in front, bend on the legs, Yokogeri, right leg. Shi. Slightly in front, right leg, Mawashi Geri. Go! And back to Hikadachi. Now the right leg goes forward, Yurak and Shoman. Back, left Gyaku. Left Chudan Maigari. San. Left Yoko. Shi. Left Mawashi. Go! Back into Hiko. We good?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. There we go. See, it's not as hard as you think it is when we start going. One count, all 5. We'll try and pay attention and not count too quickly. Time. Okay. Well, Gus is putting the romance music on. Let's go. Left leg goes forward first. 1 count, 5 movements. Hey! San! Shi! Go! Strike! Good. Turn! Two! Shia! And Nari.
Yes.
You good? You have a drink? Not too bad in the end, was it, John?
That was all right.
Go, see? What is the panic? Ooh, it's a lot of techniques in a lot of directions. Right, so that's fairly easy. A little bit challenging. A couple of different directions, but fairly easy. So now let's think about reversing it. Okay, so we've got Mawashi Geri first. Don't forget, leave the leg in front. Yoko Geri, leave the front leg slightly in front. Mai Geri, back. Yaku, forward. Yurakan, back in position. Mawashi, Yoko, Mai, as we land back in the Zenkuchi, we want to deliver the Gyaku, forward, Yurakan, back into Hekodachi. Okay, so again, let's flip this around and we'll do 1 and number 2, pure numbers. 1 kick, 1 technique. Mawashi, Yoko, Mai, step back, deliver the Gyaku once we hit the stance, forward in, Yurakan with the left arm. So we're starting with the right leg first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right. I'm sure John's not as panicky this time round. Yodachi. Sure, we've got some room to go back. Yodachi. Hey! From there, Mawashi Geri chew down, right leg. Leave it in front. Yoko Geri. Mai Geri, back into Zenkuchi, right hand Gyaku. San, shi, go. Back into Yoi or Higadachi. Left leg Chuda Mawashi. Ni, Yoko. San, shi, go. And back. There's your 1 on each side. All 5, 1 count.
Yes.
Okay? Take your time. It's not a race, but do want strong, effective techniques. 8 to go. Ready? Go! Back! Shoot! And now ready. Little drink.
Yes.
Well done. Some pretty good timings. Pretty good timings. All okay so far.
Yes.
Yeah. And as difficult as the kicks may appear, the combination actually flows quite nicely in the hip direction and the way we want to throw technique. So I'm not saying it's easy, but it's easy as soon as you start to open them hips and play in the direction that maybe your body wants to throw techniques,
Yes.
rather than maybe the way that we sometimes get away with throwing techniques. Okay. Right. So we've been there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we've done it one way round. Now let's add them together in reverse also. So then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back. Yeah. So first one, left, right, 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 in, right, 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 left, back. So we go forward, around, backwards, around, all on one side. Forward, around, backwards, around, again, all on one side. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll go through the first couple by numbers like we've done every single one. But now all of a sudden we have 10 techniques. So it's about all that maintenance, keeping this body frame in a good position all the time. Back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying really hard to avoid loss of structure in the core and in the buttocks area. This area here dictates how those techniques necessarily start and finish. And if they start bad, more than likely they're going to finish bad. Yeah. So we have to make sure that not too much of this is going on. Try and keep there, in, there, in. Boom, boom, boom. I know I make it look a bit probably easier than what you're thinking it is, but we're trying to keep this strong and this pulled in this way. The moment we do this, gives this a weakness, and then that's reason enough for the body to start moving. You don't have to be like here all the time. You do need to think about keeping these bits a little bit firm, because that's when we want to make sure that when we get hit, has minimal effect on us. When we want to move quickly in multiple directions, has minimal effect on us. Here, here, keep them nice straight lines. This is straight most of the time. This will be straight. Start doing this. We start doing this. Start doing this. There's a counteract here. Pinch in, straight, nice and easy. All good? Understand?
Yes.
Going forward with the left Yurakan first. Right, forward, left. Yeah.
Yes.
Again, by numbers the first couple of times around. And then we've got 8, all of it. Yeah. Forward, back, one side, 2, forward, back. Okay. Right. Perfect. Estupendo, as they say in Espanol. Right. Good. Yodachi. Yodachi. Move forward, Yurakan, left hand, left leg. Aish! Moving back, Gyaku, right hand. Knee! Right leg, Maigiri. Aish! Chi! Mawashi, go! Mawashi, go! Aish! Aish! Chi! Shia! Back into Heko. Right leg going forward. Knee. Chi. Wash it again. Ice. Ice. Chi. Shia. And back to Heko. There's our 2 lots of 10. Take it easy. Doesn't have to blister through. You do not have to be as fast as me. Remember, I'm smaller than most people. So what you're perceiving as speed is actually short limbs.
Okay.
Okay. So the speed of the technique is the delivery you must be capable of. Okay. Right. Left leg is going forward with the Yurakan first of all. Okay, ready? 1, all 10, back to Heko, ready for the other leg. Knee! She! Go! Good, good. Back! Last one. Two. Cheer. Harry. Well done.
Yes.
Get yourself a well-deserved drink. That's not a beer, by the way. It's a drink. It's okay, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course, he says.
Yes.
No problems. Right.
So maybe we make it a bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Super. Right. So now what we're looking to do, we're only going forward. Only going forward. So you reckon Gyaku, my Yoko, Mawashi. The difficult bit comes is we're trying to do the 3 kicks. How do I describe this? In a flowing position, which means we don't put the leg on the ground.
Yes.
Okay, so the 2 bits are easy here. 1, 2. We're coming up, around, Mawashi. And before we think, Jesus Christ, that's going to be hard. Think about where the feet and the knees go in correlation to the kick. 1 out in front, it pulls back. We are not pulling it all the way back here though. We're going 1, we're out in front. 2, we're pulling it back. 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a little bit hard work, of course it is. But on initial fall, you're thinking, this is going to be really difficult. But again, think about the process. We've opened the hip, we've come around, we can drive in at the last minute. Okay, and that's what we're looking to do. We will do the first 2 again by numbers. So that means that we have to have a little bit of control. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Again, we're trying to avoid this. It is not going to happen as smoothly, but we're trying to avoid too much of this. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we're trying to keep strong here, keep the bend on the other leg, so that when we are doing all of this twist, it literally is twisting this way and not these ways. Okay? First 2's by numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It won't be a really slow count for obvious reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Okay? The next 8, they're all in your own time. Please, please think about these feet. My Geri, Yoko Geri, Mawashi Geri. Not my Yoko Mawashi. Because we feel safe. Because that's what's going to happen. 1, 2, 3. It's a rubbish kick. 1, 2, 3. 1, open the hip, keep the hip forward. Open the hip, keep the hip forward. Okay, that's why when we were doing the kicks, we were leaving this in front. In front. In front. In front. In front. In front. Yeah, again, the feet positions are important. Chusoku, Sokoto, Aisoku. None of this slippity, flappity, flippity, slappity stuff. Okay? 10. 2 by numbers, 1 on each side. 8. 1 count, free flow. Okay? Let's go. Ready? Funachi! Moving forward, Urakan left hand. Aish! Back Gyaku. He! San! Ji! Go! Good. Right leg forward. Aish! Ni! San! Ji! Go! Well done. Now 1 count, 5 techniques. Easy. None of this stuff, please. Control. Okay, let's go. Ready? Left leg going forward. All 5. 2 more. Shia. Nari. Good. Can't see you like super duper good because your little pictures up here, but look like you had good form, reasonable flow, and hopefully not sore hips because that's the main objective we're looking for, is to make sure that we are opening them hips, delivering the kick correctly, so that every time we do deliver that kick, we think about subconsciously, is my body in the right position? Is my body in the right position to do this technique? Because flexibility is great, but it doesn't take over form and position. Form and position must be there, regardless of flexibility, ability. Hopefully the ability comes with form and position. But we have to make sure that we are in the right location all the time for the technique that we're doing. Yeah. Right, let's give the last one a go the other way around. Mawashi, Yoko, Geri back, Gyaku through. Now this one is a bit more difficult, but let's think about again the positions we go through. 1 comes back. We're already in the position to do those techniques. Yeah. Think. We've come around. We've pulled it back here. For the Yoko Geri here, Geri back in. Drive. Yes, it will not have as much power as driving through from the back, but we need to be able to make sure that we can pick techniques off of the front hands and the front legs and still have an effective case with our techniques. Yeah. First 2 is normal. It's going to be by numbers, starting off in Hegadachi, Mawashi, Mawashi, Yoko, Mai, back into Gyaku, forward into Yuraku. Okay? Any questions? No? Fantastic. Rhetorical, really. There is no questions because it's rhetorical. Right. Let's go. Furudachi. Right leg is doing the techniques first. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Back into Fudo. Echo, should I say? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Good. Now we're off and rolling. 5. Yeah. 5. As soon as we land, bang. Try and hit that Gyaku in. Good stance though, don't forget. Don't be just ball to the feet and want to drive forward with the Uraku. Because the Uraku's the one that feels nice in this, let's be honest.
Yes.
Ready? Let's go. Knee. Nari. You have a drink, good job.
Yes.
Good job. Right, okay, so last one, last one. We're going to do all of that, but now we're going to be static. Okay, so that should be fairly easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then straight into the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So 1 count is 10 techniques, both sides. Now think, when we're in karate, we're taught to be explosive and generate power from static positions. And this is quite hard. So boom, bang, 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 bang. Yeah. No pull back. No go forward. Again, controlled in these 2 areas. Yeah. These are just kind of vessels to finish off the techniques. Everything must stem from this middle section, center of your power in here, balance from here. Okay. So when we do 1, left, right, 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 left, 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 left. Don't forget these little bits with these bad boys. Okay, making sure that we pivot them open. Leave this leg slightly in front when we do the 3 kicks on the right. Leave the left leg slightly in front when you do the kicks off the left. It will improve the shape of your kick. Once we start getting really good at that, then you can start bringing it back and we can start doing all sorts. Okay, so 1 count, 10. We have 50 of these. No, I'm just kidding. No, not 50. That would be mental. So we're just looking for 5 good ones. So in total, it's the same rhythm, it's the same routine, 5 good ones, 5 times 10. We knew what the math was. Right. So remember, it's the left hand that starts first, all the time. Left hand at the start of every combination. Left, all the way through, finish on the left leg. Yeah, etc., etc. We know. Have confidence in you guys. Kuridachi. Remember, static. All the way through, straight from the off. Good. Go.
Sure.
Harry. Quick drink.
Yes.
And back. For some stretching. All okay?
Yes. Yes, that's good. Feel like Bruce Lee now.
Do you mean dead, Gus?
Yeah. Valid point.
I can have it.
Right. And lots of kicks, few punches, few stances. So let's try and work these hips a little bit in our mobility, should I say. So legs just a little bit wider than the shoulder, maybe shoulder width and a half. So let's just push straight back for the time being, feet straight forward on the hips. Try and keep that back nice and straight, 90 degrees with the hips. Weight on the balls of the feet, so you can feel them hamstrings just pitching in a little bit with the tension. From there, kick the feet out, heels in, drop down, and just relax. You might need to come in a little bit closer, a little bit wider, however you feel comfortable, but make sure we get that buttock down. Again, straighten up, back, nice and straight, 90 degrees, feet pointing straight forward. Push those hams back. Make sure we keep the weight on the balls of the feet. Again, kick in, kick out, whichever way you want. Drop those hips through. And just push them knees out. With the elbows, if you can. So from here, we're just going to be pushing that back so it comes up to the knee line and then pushing through. Pushing back, pushing through. And each time we come through, try to bring this chest up a little bit straighter. So at the moment, we might be here as we each time we're trying to push through. You may not get here, but hopefully somewhere near here. So when we're coming through, the moment we're here, we're pushing back, push through, and try to open them up a little bit each time. Again, we might not get straight. We're trying to push that pelvis through, spread the hips out, okay, as best we can. So here we are, in position, ready, itch, forward, knee, back and through, itch, forward, knee, back and through, itch, knee, itch, knee, itch, knee. Last one of these, itch, knee, and just relax here. Again, just use those elbows to just drop that weight through, take the pressure off the knees a little bit probably. So, same thing will happen this time. Difference is when we go forward, hands will be here. When we go up, we're trying to get them more and more upright as we go through. So hopefully we're going to be somewhere near to be getting vertical. Maybe not vertical, but somewhere near getting vertical. Try and keep the heels back on the ground. Don't want to be seeing you doing this. Oh yeah, that's great. I can get nearly vertical now. We want to make sure that we're working this hip open and straightening this back as much as we can. It's quite difficult, so don't be concerned if you don't get vertical, because I probably will not either. Right. So here we go. Just relax. Down to the front to start off with. Arms out in front. So don't forget when we go here, try and again get nice and straight. So itch, knee, itch, open that back, knee, itch, knee, itch, knee, itch, 2 more, knee, itch, last one, knee, and relax. Up we come. They're nice. Right, so again, we're in that little frog position, whatever we want to call it. And this time we're going out this way with the chest opening. We've been trying to do this, stretch right behind the back of the shoulders as well. Now we're going to be trying to open this front up. Similar positions. You're going to come out when you go into the frog position, and then just drop in when we come back. Yep. When we come in, we're going to be here, up, and open here, and then back. Relax here, stretch here. Okay, let's go. Whew. It's harder than the techniques, isn't it? So just relax in the middle for the time being. Push them knees out. Okay, ready? Itch. Stretch them out. Knee, relax in the front. Itch. Knee, relax. Itch. Knee, relax. Itch. Knee. Itch. Knee. 2 more. Itch. Knee. The last one. Itch. Knee. And relax, come up. Shake your legs loose. Your hips are probably thinking, oh my goodness, what have I just been through? Rotate the hips. Itch. Knee. San. Shi. Go. On the other way. Itch. Knee. San. Shi. Go. A little relax on the arms and the legs. Stretch this way quite a lot. Probably feeling a bit tight now across the shoulder blades. But there we are. Super session.
Yes.
John didn't even want to train today. Trying to get out there. You
No,
know,
I really did. I just thought that yeah, no, thanks very much for that, because that was brilliant.
no worries. It's always a pleasure. Numbers are not always great, but it's always a pleasure.
No, it's cool.
We did lots of stuff today. So we didn't do lots of stuff really. You did 5 techniques. It wasn't too many. But we were going forward. We were going back. And then we were really thinking about the position that our body goes through when we produce, namely those 3 kicks, because a lot of people, they tend to keep this square. And then they really wonder why they struggle with the kicks. Remember, a Mawashi, then a Yoko Geri, then a Mawashi Geri, they lend themselves nicely into the flow of the technique. If you used to do them potentially in the opposite ways, if you used to do like a Yoko, a Mai, and then the Mawashi, kind of changes the dynamics of what the way that the hip naturally wants to move. You have to do a bit more movement. And if people don't understand that movement, first of all, that's when they start doing all kinds of things wrong. You can do that combination forward and you can do that combination backwards, because that's the way that the hip wants to go. So think about that. Try and execute those miniature movements when we think about doing our techniques in the future. So when we're doing our Mawashi, this is actually pushing forward. When we're doing our Mawashi Geri, it's actually coming around, and we're thinking that this foot needs to probably pivot a lot more. When we're doing the Yoko Geri, okay, it may come up and it be straight here, but the Yoko needs to pivot that open to drive that kick. And I know that we're all high grades here and not teaching you to suck eggs, but it's very, very difficult to forget about that, especially when you start getting tired.
Yes.
That's the most important time for you to really focus on that technique, because your body's tired, the muscles are depleted, therefore injuries can happen very, very easily at that point. You might be nice and warm. You might be halfway through the session and feeling, you know, nice and toasty, a real good sweat on, but it's just that one movement that's kind of not rotating that hip right, one movement that doesn't kind of move that knee in the right direction, and all of a sudden your ACL is popped, or you popped your hip out or something like that. And that, you know, it's happened. You know, I've seen people do it when they're fighting, doing it when they're, and it's all to do with poor position management. Sometimes it's just a freak of nature. Sometimes it is. But if we can be in the right position, then it is a freak of nature that happens, and it's not our own fault for poor position, poor posture, and trying to explode in a position that your body just doesn't want to do. Yes. You know, your kneecap's made to bend this way. It's not made to bend in all of these kind of funny positions. And we make it look like it is, but that is pure manipulation of adjusting the body to make it go in that way. It's not that some people are double jointed. I am not one of them. I've got probably hypermobility, but I'm not double jointed. So yes, think about them good things. You guys are fantastic anyway, but it's just something to help you along.
That's brilliant. Thank you. It's funny, they're basic techniques, but yeah, it's still, you still have to think, you know.
100%. Yeah,
really good.
Basic techniques is what's going to keep your body in trim working condition, if I'm honest. Fighting techniques, they're all shorter, they're more explosive, you feel fitter, you feel stronger, but those long base techniques, they're going to keep your muscle fibers stretched, they're going to keep your muscle fibers rotating, and they're going to keep them operating on a longer scale. So keep with it.
Keep going
until we're all old.
Thank you so much, Jan. Without a doubt, a wonderful technical and innovative session. Thank you so much.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Always a pleasure, boys.
Cheers,
I'll
guys.
see you next week.
Cheers, Gus. See you next week.